heard Mike mentioning numbers like 19, 7, it's getting cold, good time to weatherproof your house. We've got Ellison, a.k.a. Mr. Handyman here.
Yes.
Welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And you've got some ideas of stuff you can do around the house that's going to get it ready.
Yes.
Okay.
And with it's already cold, everything going, I thought we'd come up with some things that would be sort of DIY, simple things that people could do themselves, you know, as they walk around the house and see that, you know, they feel that little cold breeze, or they're sitting somewhere and they wonder where that air is coming in from. One of the things that I think is very neat that a homeowner can do themselves is, you know, older homes, the walls aren't as insulated as well, things of that nature, and you get quite a bit of air infiltration around the outlets, things, switches. And you can go down for just a few dollars, buy these at the local home centers, hardware stores, and literally you just push them out and you just unscrew the couple of screws, stick them in behind the plate, and you've insulated. Goodbye breeze. Goodbye breeze.
What are some other insulating tips we need to be doing?
Well, one of the things we want to make certain is stop any, you know, plug any gaps, cracks, things of that nature. There's some really neat things out there that people may not be aware of that you can do. There's a little product out here, and they call it backer rod. It's basically just a little foam rope, and you can take that if you've got large gaps around windows, things outside or inside, and you can actually push this. It comes in different sizes into those gaps and cracks, and then once you do that, it gives you something to take, and then later, since you don't want to be looking at that, come back through and caulk and be able to paint it.
But this is a good emergency, like it's really cold out, let's stick it around the windows.
Absolutely. Okay. It's a quick way to seal those up. For larger gaps and cracks, things of that nature, something you're trying to do really quick, they actually have a couple of different types of spray foams that you can use. When you look at those for the different applications, it'll tell you whether it's for doors, windows, large gaps, cracks, things of that nature, so you can fill those in. Naturally, you always want to seal around, you know, missing weather strips around doors, windows, things of that nature.
You don't need any cracks or missing links in that, that's for sure.
Sure. And, you know, the great news is a lot of the newer doors, they're really easy. You know, I brought this in. It literally just pops in.
Okay.
You can literally just pop that in around your door, and you've got that sealed. Of course, you've got the weather strips that you can screw onto the bottom. And for those with the older doors that doesn't have that, they've actually got the peel and stick versions.
So that's just tape on the back that you peel off?
Yeah, just two-sided. You can peel that off and apply that. So that's an awesome way to take and stop that air filtration.
Okay.
Another thing that people's not aware of, you know, you can go out and buy insulation in small packages. You don't have to buy those big rolls that you see riding around the back of trucks.
You're not blowing it through the attic, okay.
And a lot of places people forget to look is underneath their vanities and underneath their kitchen sink, especially on an outside wall, because where those drain lines and things come through the wall, a lot of times there's large gaps and openings and things around that. This is simple and easy. I mean, you just pull off what you need and pack that around those and fill those gaps in.
There's still room for all the stuff you store in your vanity. And what about this on the end? I think that's for your faucets outside?
Yes. Freeze protection. You always want to disconnect your water hose, make certain that doesn't freeze in line. Then you can just take this, slip it over the end of your hose bib or faucet, or where I'm from up in Newport, we'd call it a spigot, and just pull this in and you pull it up, and you've got that sealed air protection. And then you can take and pick these up for water lines.
Right.
It's all fairly simple and quick to pop those in around those and insulate them. I've set a blanket up front that you can put around your water heater if it's in an attic or a garage space. It's real easy to do. Or
around yourself when you're going around and putting all this stuff in. Yeah, these are all great ideas.
Fun part is you can do most of this with a pair of scissors. So if you're simple and handy with a pair of scissors, you can do that. There's just a lot of things. Laundry rooms. A lot of times people forget in the laundry room, you can go in, you know, who looks behind the dryer?
Don't do it. There's lint there.
Yes.
But really, your basic message is look for the gaps, fill them in.
Yes.
Mr. Handyman, we really appreciate all your tips, and this is the time to do it because Mike Witcher has a really, really cold forecast.
Me?
Yeah.